Hey Philip, hey Sammy, it is Tuesday. We are right now in my brand new office. I have my map on my wall, my coffee in my hand, and a stack of papers that I've been ignoring to grade. Nonetheless, what I want to talk to you tonight about is, tonight, because I've never uploaded any of these before midnight, really, for quite a while. Nonetheless, what I want to talk to you about tonight is, I often tell people that I am ye of little faith. And they take this to mean that I don't believe in anything, which from their perspective might be true, but I do believe in something. I believe in quite a few things. And one of the principal things I believe in led me into a big fight with a religious zealot over a cup of coffee. To be clear, the fight was about coffee. There was no coffee there. That was the fight. I wanted coffee. I needed coffee. Now I use the word zealot because he couldn't be swayed by argument. I let him dictate the rules of whatever the argument would be, whatever the world he wants to accept, okay? Because in order to have an argument, you have to have the same kind of reality. I was willing to accept anything he would say as the basis for his reality. And then I would attempt to refute it. So what I believe, and it may seem kind of small to most people, is that the universe itself is ordered and structured and contains laws that can be governed and understood. And because of that, I also believe in the arguments for no contradiction, more commonly called logos. It's really any type of argument or logical point in which you can bring someone around to your point solely by showing them the contradiction within their own. A simple example of this would be all paper is white, which can be refuted by showing that there's some paper which is not white. Yeah, that's a little bit of a simplified example, but you get the point. So what happened in this case? Let me set the scene. I was sitting in a sukkah along with him, and I was falling the hell asleep. So I asked my host for a cup of coffee, and the argument ensued that coffee cannot be made on a holiday. Now, the rule he stated, according to his face, is you cannot cook on a holiday. So quickly, of course, my first question is, what about tea? And he says, no, tea is fine. Tea's not cooking, you just leaves. What I tried to tell him is, though coffee is cooked, it's cooked ahead of time. It's roasted and then ground. Once you have the ground, it's no longer cooking. You put hot water on it just because it pulls it out a little faster. You could pour cold water into coffee and it would extract it nonetheless. His other argument is it would be fine if it was koshlishi. Koshlishi, or however you want to pronounce it, is really you take one hot cup and you pour it into another cup and so it's less hot, and then you pour it into another cup so it's less hot, and then you can make coffee with that. And I'm like, okay, then just let me have some coffee that way. And he's like, no, but you're still cooking. Then why did you bring it up? Now, I called him a zealot and not a fanatic, which is to me a very different thing. A zealot is anybody who won't follow the principle of logos, who will not accept a new opinion on something just because it contradicts their original thought of what is true and right with the universe, even though you show them a contradiction in their own logic. A fanatic, on the other hand, was described best by this guy, Churchill. Any person who won't change his mind and can't change the subject. In this case, he wasn't a fanatic, and we changed the subject, and I still got my coffee eventually. So, no harm, no foul. Philip, Sammy, I hope you like my new office. It's nice. I like it. Kinda. Mostly. That's it. I gotta go.